Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you care about the surprise?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Tell
just
me.
wait until next time.
But you picked the movie, right? The quiz.
Yeah, so I got the
shit,
quiz.
my notes. I don't really need them. There's two things.
Yeah, but the shows like The Office, I feel like The Office, Parks and Rec, and 30 Rock, I can just watch continuously, like in a loop, watch them. from start to
Parks and
finish.
Rec, really fell off the last two seasons.
It did.
I thought the last
Especially
one,
the last one.
Fuck.
It was like, oh, this is the last season, we gotta wrap shit
I
up.
feel like the last season was unnecessary.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think the reason it also happened was because, specifically, what's his face, Chris Pratt got like really fucking famous, like more famous than like
kind
him
of
being
out of
on a
nowhere.
show made sense anymore. So, I think they were a little too aware of their popularity towards the end.
Sure.
And they were like trying to make like pop culture like
modern
creations,
references. And
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
make their own like.
Well, I think-
everyone's gonna talk about this when we do it.
I think that's why they did that last season, because they like made it in the future, so where they created all their own pop culture references,
Yeah.
like shit that
That's what I
doesn't
mean.
actually exist.
Yeah.
I know, like they were trying to make it so that people would be talking about it that
Yeah.
day or something.
Now, I think, so the last episode of the second to last season left at a really cool cliffhanger. It like jumps forward and Leslie
In time, yeah.
Yeah, is like leading the National Park Service from Pawnee and everything. And I thought that was really cool. And it would have been great if they did like a special instead of a whole last season maybe.
Yeah, like a movie.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. They'll probably do that.
No.
No, I don't think they will.
I hope it's dead.
I
I would rather them do.
They'll do it.
I would rather them do like an Office movie, or like something like
Oh,
they
that'd
did
be
with
sweet,
the
too.
UK version.
But at this point,
And they're doing like the David Brent series or something now too, or
I'm
like.
surprised that Ricky would want to do that. My friend Ricky.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Ricky Gervais loves.
But he's
What he
always
done.
no. But he likes wrapping things up. That's
I know-
what I
I know.
thought, and like
Just
putting
British.
them to bed.
I get it.
Well,
But-
it seems like they're just following him, and he's like trying to make a music career and shit. So
Which is-
like,
I love that
It's
he's
gonna be great.
transforming a character and keeping him alive in a different way. Like,
Yeah.
that's so strange.
he like recorded a song or two or something recently. and
Really, as
I haven't
David
listened
Brent.
to it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
You know,
I just see his shit on Twitter.
part of the reason I started podcasting was the Ricky Gervais podcast.
Oh yeah.
And they
my
did
favorite.
these specials that are still on iTunes
Mhm.
for free. Hair plug.
Oh, I still haven't even
I
listened
don't
to
think
them.
the Ricky Gervais podcast needs a hair plug.
Yeah, whatever.
You'd be
But
surprised.
I'd
You'd be surprised how many people do. I didn't
I'd
know
be
about
happy
it
to recommend it.
Wait,
But
you didn't
they-
know about it
until
when?
you guys were
The
talking
Ricky
about it.
Gervais podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you listened to it
No.
since then?
And you like
Whoa.
Carl Pilkington. Well,
Yeah.
they did this series of like holiday specials, and I listened to the one about Christmas on Christmas Day while I was doing all my driving.
Oh, that's it.
It was
Wow,
fun.
you really go for it.
Yeah.
You really go for themes and like.
I do.
You
I
try to
like-
get into the spirit of things. I respect that.
Mhm.
I respect that.
I mean, I really do. Christmas is long past at this.
It's not
point.
long past.
It's like 2 weeks.
It's
ago.
still in
It's the
in
night
the
before.
air.
But
Yeah, it is. Twas.
Twas.
but I don't know. I really do. I like Christmas time.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would-
Christmas time's my favorite.
Should we
This
talk
year
about
felt-
Christmas?
Yeah,
I
let's
don't-
talk
Because
about
I don't
Christmas.
give a shit.
We'll talk
so
about it for a really short
done.
period.
No,
of
let's
time.
talk about our favorite Christmas specials done in like movies.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or shows.
Well, first things first. This is the Hair Club for movies.
Yeah.
I am Michael.
Wait.
But we introduce ourselves first.
No, we don't.
No, we never do.
It's been like a year. I don't know.
It's the Hair Club for Movies 2016 edition. Hair Club for Movies. We still watch the movies.
All right.
I just thought of that just when I was started playing it.
that was great. I
Yo,
really liked this
yeah.
one actually.
I'm a fucking jazz musician. I don't know if you guys know this shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
This shit's jazz, son.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Well, I'm Andrew,
I'm Drew.
and Michael already said his name, so shut
Drew
up. No.
B.
Drew B. Yeah,
Drew B.
well, people call me that. Drew B. Well, you guys say it like Drew B, but it's like everybody else says Drew B.
Dude,
Like
I've never called
like
you
a
Drew B.
cartoon character.
Drew-
Drooby,
well-
like Drooby Dog.
Like Droopy Doo. Yeah. Droopy. Yeah.
Droopy in the
Well, my mom
register.
called me Drew B because my middle initial is B, obviously, but then everyone just started calling it. And I hated it when I was a kid, but then it's just like everyone growing up called me that. And
I've been called different things my whole life, and
I always
they
thought
vary.
of you as Andrew, but sometimes you put your name down as Andy at work.
Yeah, that's what the other day I was like, is Andy, like, we had an Andy work at the restaurant
The
before,
sandwiches,
and
yeah.
when came in, I was like, oh, is he here? And then I was like, no, it's just Andrew. That's fucking weird that he would call himself Andy. Like,
Well,
no one.
first, it's shorter to spell, alright?
Right, it's just quicker.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quicker, and people do call me that. I don't call myself that.
Who? Like your family?
Yeah, members of my family, specifically my friend Brock. I don't know why he always chooses to call me Andy. Yeah.
That's like
And
I've
somebody
always
at work
been-
called you Mike, and I was like, Mike?
It might have. So I have 2 friends that I've known since high school, and one even before that.
Yeah.
And they've just always called me Mike.
Mhm.
And everybody else I correct, but they've just done it for so long.
It's just like,
fine.
whatever, yeah.
Like I know that my friend Jay calls me Mike, so when someone says Mike, I just assume it's Jay.
Uh-huh.
Like that's.
Well, it's just weird because we have like we had an old Mike. Anyway,
We have
Yeah.
too many mics.
yeah, we should kill him.
Yeah. Anyway,
So Christmas special.
Christmas
specials. Okay.
was Attack the Block during Christmas actually?
Oh, no, but they have...
That's Boxing Day, right?
No,
Or-
they said it's a week after Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
So
Okay.
it was November the 5th.
No.
Oh, is that?
That's
so
not a
that's-
I
week
think that's
after.
what they're...
That's not a
okay.
week after Thanksgiving.
But it's like around then, because Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's
is,
on the 20-something.
No, Thanksgiving changes.
It's the end of the month.
We were just
Boxing
talking about
Day.
Martin Luther King Day, and I was like, it's not a Monday every year.
But there's
it can't
no
be
way-
the same date.
Listen, Boxing Day is the day after Christmas. You think a week after... Or no, a week after... not Thanksgiving, a week after Halloween is what she says.
so
a week-
Bastille Day.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's
Okay. Well, I was
yeah,
thinking the
I'm
5th of
confused.
November.
or
because of-
Anonymous
yeah.
Day. As
Well, no, because there's
Anonymous
actually
Day.
the actual Guy Fawkes, whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was an actual thing.
That's
and
legit.
that's what all the fireworks and shit. Well, what's
Yeah.
Bastille Day? Is that around the same time?
isn't that
I don't know.
Something. Does that have to do with?
isn't that the official?
I thought that
name
was
of
a
it?
French holiday.
It might be.
French,
Yeah.
British, not American. That's
Not
for
American.
Well, so-
yeah, so that's why I don't know.
Anyway,
I really like the. Have you guys ever watched the series Extras? The Ricky Gervais.
I've seen
Yeah.
like a couple episodes.
I like a few.
The special, the final, like the wrap up is their Christmas special.
Mhm.
That's one of my favorites.
That's like the Office Christmas special.
yeah, it's like 2 hours long, and it's not even that Christmas themed. It just takes
Yeah.
place at Christmas time.
Every
I think
every
that one's
Office
really good.
Christmas episode. Is
The
my
one-
fucking
yes.
favorite. They always hit it good.
for sure.
I love them.
The White Elephant one.
That one was
always
so
great.
God, that makes me.
And I feel like there was an
anxious.
Animaniacs Christmas special where they're like do the a Christmas Carol
Oh.
like version.
Yeah,
really?
I don't know. That just when you said that, I just imagined them in Christmas hats, and I don't even
yeah.
remember. But
I think did it have like a bouncing image of Pinky and the Brain like doing the lyrics?
Yes!
I think I remember
yeah,
that.
hell yeah! Animaniacs is one of the greatest
Yeah.
animation
I haven't
shows of all
rewatched
time.
that.
Yeah.
When I lived in Indiana still, there was this great library I used to go to, and they had so many random, like, extensive DVD collection, and I watched the first season, and, like, it's very aware. It's, like, it probably set the tone for a lot of things that, like, make reference, like, filmmaking, because they're the Warner Brothers, and
Yeah,
they live in there,
they
and they
technically
make
are,
all
like,
the
on the
references
lot.
to like existing real celebrities and stuff. And Steven
man.
Spielberg is like a character in the show, but he's also an executive producer of the show. So it's like, and that was kind of ahead of its time, I think.
I bet like those animators or like at least the writers were just like in a room looking out their window at all this shit.
Yeah.
And they probably like were glad they were part of it, but they probably had like
I'm sure it came
gripes
from
about it.
like people hating their shit.
Exactly,
And,
yeah. So they're like, let's just make a fucking cartoon show.
Yeah.
That's sort of like 30 Rock had like
Yeah.
a very making fun of the network
yeah.
constantly.
But it's still on the same network, so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's always strange how like people will talk shit about the network they're on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Hey, if it gets viewers, the
Yeah.
network will not care.
they don't give a fuck. Sure.
Yeah, they're like, as long as you're getting those views.
So
Those
my
ratings.
pick was Attack the Block. It's been
Yes.
months and months since we recorded, so I don't know if we actually got around to watching it.
I did.
And if you did,
I
maybe
watched it
was
just last night.
Yeah,
just
me
last
too.
night as well.
Awesome, good, fresh in the dome.
Yeah. I have notes too. You want to hear the first note?
Yeah,
Well,
go
let
for
him.
it.
Don't interrupt.
No, that was it. I got my note. thing out, and I was like, started to write, and I was like, I don't really need to take notes because
I didn't take a single note because I was like, I'll remember this.
There was just one thing that I wanted to talk about, but
what was the one thing, by the way?
Just the fact that there was so much foreshadowing in the way that they did it. Like Moses says right at the beginning, like I'm gonna get these motherfuckers, whatever he says, like he's gonna do, and he does it. At the end, and then there's a scene where the one kid with the hat, like the tassely hat, Pest.
The white kid.
He walks into his house or whatever, and has a limp, as to so he put the bat in his leg, like his pants, to act like he has a limp. So when he limps on the way out, it isn't weird.
I didn't catch that.
But then he's like, "Oh, I hurt my leg, whatever," and then he gets his fucking leg bit for real.
Yeah. Ooh.
So there was another thing too, but there was a lot of things like they would say something. Oh, the one kid tried to he tried to jump from one thing.
Yeah, he was gonna jump,
and then he's like, I can do it, I swear, blah blah blah, and then he has to, and he does it. So there's a lot of things like that that are planted in early, and then there's a payoff.
I wish I had a better name for those, but I just call them references in the movie.
It's foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
British movies do that a lot.
It's just small things, and I'm sure there's a lot more, but
a lot of them you won't even notice.
Yeah. Callbacks.
Callbacks is I guess a good one. Yeah. Okay. Well, my first note is retarded kids.
Is it just because of the way they talk?
No.
Because their lingo.
British slang. I love it.
That was actually
thick, though.
That was my second
there's some
note.
lines where you're just like, well, it's like a foreign.
You get it through context, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
you get what they mean, but...
My second note was apparently Jamaican. Because they all sounded Jamaican for some reason.
No.
Yeah, they did.
They said Wagwan and shit.
They sounded fucking Jamaican, especially that white kid. I feel like he was not British, and he was doing his best to be British.
No, the thing is, I think that
landed on Jamaican.
I think British hip hop culture and I don't know, urban is a terrible term, but that's
it sounds South African.
Well, it's like when you have I don't know, I hate fucking urban, but you know what I'm saying, hip hop influence culture in America, people talk a certain way, you know. So over there, they're, I'm sure that's influenced.
The blend. Let's just put it this way: the blend of British accent with hip hop culture.
Well, think about
Jamaican.
fucking Ali G. He's spoofing those kind of people, and that's how he talks.
Yeah,
but that's not how. What's his name actually talks.
I'm not saying they're Jamaican. I'm just saying, to me, they sounded Jamaican.
Okay.
And then, this is the reason I wrote retarded kids, was because they were just way too excited to, kill, and...
They were like hoodlums, dude.
Yeah, but they were stupid because this was not, it wasn't a baboon. It was clearly not a baboon. And it had fucking very sharp teeth. And they're like, yo, man, that thing was weird. Let's run after it and kill it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
They're fucking troublemaking kids. And
I can sympathize with that.
Sympathize?
Yeah. You really, when you're a kid and they're as afraid of mugging that woman as she was of them. You know?
I don't know about that.
No, I think they were. And because they're only 14.
They don't know the difference between an adrenaline rush from fear and adrenaline rush because they're...
I guess so.
They're not hardened criminals yet. They don't really want to kill things, but they get an opportunity. They find this monstrous thing that seems like it wants to attack them. They have an opportunity to really go at it.
Fuck something up. And plus,
and
video game culture and shit. And they're what is it?
A stink bug on your
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It was just crawling.
It's cool. He's
your
cool.
back. I was like,
I thought you were just about.
I know. I was like, what?
I just.
This dude's fine.
Smacked Drew.
He's cool.
I hate those bugs, by the way.
What do they do? They do nothing. They just sit around.
It's not that they do nothing. They just surprise the shit out of me. They come from nowhere.
Yeah.
They can't. They don't hurt anybody.
Which is a great segue into my next note, which is non-reactions to aliens. They have no problem with being like, yo man, that thing looks weird. It's probably a monkey. And then when it finally is aliens, they're like, oh, look at all those aliens landing outside. Let's go out and fight them. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Because
they never have an
They don't
appropriate
have
reaction.
chance. They don't have a chance to really it's all like fight or flight.
Yeah, and it's all fight for them because they're a product of their environment.
They must be cut from a different cloth then, because when I was that age, I would look at a dog and start crying.
Well, because
I would just be
think about your background and how remarkably white it is. Mm-hmm. And, like, you didn't grow up in the projects and trying, like, looking up to drug dealers and, like, gangsters and shit.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other mindset.
Yeah, I get it. And it's kind of cool seeing an alien movie from that perspective, I guess.
Yeah. It's like Ghostbusters, but, like, fucking, not ghosts and...
Oh, yeah, I also wrote...
But people that are, like... not who you would assume would be out
a
there
ragtag group of people that you would seem. I mean, most of them die. Spoiler.
I was about to say,
but like
my note before any of that started was can't wait for kids to get killed.
Wow.
And then my last note was yay dead kid.
What the fuck?
You know why?
First of all, you're a classist and a racist.
I'm all those things. I'm not afraid to admit who I am.
Wow. Alienating our viewers right now.
I'm just kidding, but. I will say that I'm so glad they did that because movies never do that.
Right, no
They always have
consequences.
kids in danger, and against all odds, they somehow escape when, like, adults die.
Yeah.
But they did die, and I was like, oh, thank God it's realistic.
I feel like
high stakes.
They set the level of violence when the dog dies. It happens so quick, and the one kid is like, fuck, Bobo, or whatever.
Pogo or something.
Yeah, and... Yeah, and then you're like, oh, holy shit, they killed a dog, like,
they bump it
aliens.
up. Yeah, I guess I never thought about that. They, like, bump it up. First with the little alien.
Yeah.
And then they bring fucking big aliens in.
When they all went into that shed, and there was, like, a wide shot from, like, screen right to screen left of them going in there, I thought they were all gonna die. I was like, oh, this isn't even the group of the main characters. They're just gonna get murdered. But
that would be great.
Out,
like you follow a set of people for like 10 minutes, and then you think, "Oh, this suit." Nope, they're all fucking dead.
And then it's like the woman and her family or something like that. That's what I thought.
The main woman, female actor, she there's a show Broadchurch. It's a British show. Yes, she's the main.
Is it like Broad City, where like
absolutely not?
It's like
nothing like that. It's David Tennant from Doctor Who, and. She is basically a kid gets murdered, and he and another woman who's actually in Hot Fuzz. She's like the dopey, dumb police woman with the teeth.
Love her.
She's like, but she plays like a serious role in this.
Oh, okay.
And it's like
she was also in The Office, right? Wasn't she?
Yeah.
No,
she wasn't.
No, you're thinking of what's her name from Doctor Who. Also, that's not.
Oh, you might be thinking of the girl from Shaun of the Dead.
No, none of those people. One British actor, and there's 3 different. No,
I'm saying he's thinking of someone.
In Hot Fuzz, she when he goes to the new police department, and she's like the dumbest police officer there. He's got like buck teeth, whatever.
Yeah. No, I know who you're talking
Anyway,
about.
she's in it too, and it's like a. Oh shit! That fucking stink bug again.
Does it scare you?
It jumped on my leg.
It jumped. It can jump.
It was on. No, it probably crawled him. I'm not gonna kill it. He's fine.
It's the winter. He's on his way out.
No, he's in here. He should have been on his way out, and he's kiting.
There's been some that have like been on a blind of our window for like a whole month.
They're probably dead.
But like then we moved it, and it just like crawls. It just sits there dormant.
It's in sleep mode.
Yeah, straight up. But anyway, Broadchurch is great, and she's in that. Yeah. I recommend that. Hair plug.
Cool.
It's a very emotional, very depressing show where it's like.
Is it murder mystery?
Yes, but it's more than that. Like it's about the detective is about the destruction of the family, like what it does to the family in this small village, and nothing good happens. Like nothing good happens, and I love that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I like fucking
what. This movie?
Black Mirror.
Oh,
Black Mirror's a great hair plug.
All British things too.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. They have tasteful. What is it? What's the word? Reserve. Like they don't go all over the place with their episodes. Mm-hmm. They know how to tell a story.
For sure.
And when to end it.
And they do it. And they do it like either slowly over a long process.
Yeah.
Or like quickly and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Do it up.
You're like, don't jump the shark.
Yeah.
Because it's like publicly funded in the BBC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it has to be good, or people aren't gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, HBO does the same thing, but anyway.
Another note was when Moses is talking to a white lady, I forget her name, but
couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
Wait, I've got it right here.
She's like, I'm thinking about leaving or moving out of here, and he's like, why? And she's like,
I don't like the area.
I don't like the area, and he's like, what's wrong with the area? And I'm just thinking, he's either fucking with her or like completely retarded.
No, it's like they almost think what they're doing isn't that bad because they live here.
Yeah,
and it's like they're just getting theirs.
Yeah, and what you don't understand, like it's the projects. Yeah. Like that building is public housing, and it's like poor folks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they take pride in that. Like it's like, if you grow up in fucking the inner city or whatever, like a lot of people take pride in that and they want to, own it.
I used to live in Cincinnati. You think you are mistaking my?
No, I know.
Where I grew up. Yeah.
I know, but you're white.
You're right.
Milk toast.
You're right. I am pretty boring when it comes to what's happening.
What's your favorite rap song?
I fucking hate rap.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I can at least name one.
Are you drawing a line between knowing how the world works and listening to rap music?
I'm saying,
yes.
You're you're sheltered in some of your culture.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
I think you just haven't. I didn't think I liked rap when I was a kid.
I try really hard to blend with everyone I meet, and it's not because.
See, I don't.
That's what I mean. I don't try to be something so that other people, I feel belong.
And I respect that. I'm do you?
Yeah.
But it's just funny, like I don't know, just growing up skating and like.
I was like
doing
walking
the shit that
around
I did.
the ghetto with combed hair and like all the kids. Like, I didn't care what I looked like.
Yeah.
Like, I just did whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Yeah. I just grew up around it and I gravitated towards it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just always been part of me. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm, like, super, like, hood.
Have you guys,
I lived on both sides.
Have you guys ever been arrested?
Yes.
When you were children, did you ever had trouble?
Yes. Not arrested because I got off the hook because of how, I guess, young I was, but I wasn't really that young.
I killed a stink bug. I feel bad about it.
He was gonna die anyways.
Yeah.
I've been arrested. Fuck yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But well, fuck. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're TPing and egging people's houses. And
wow.
And then a cop. I got away from the cops, which is I felt proud of. But then all my other friends got caught by the cops.
Yeah.
And they called me. I was in the middle of the woods.
What, your friends
walk
gave
home.
You up, or your friends called you?
What a little bitch!
No, exactly. I could have just fucking gotten out of there.
That's awful. Because
they were assholes.
A similar thing happened to me, and I was we were drinking underage at a park, and the cop or the ranger came because we were chopping wood after sundown. It was like 9 o'clock. That really pissed me off.
How old were you?
Yeah.
It was like 19 or 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I happened to be off peeing when the rangers showed up, and when I came back. There was no evidence I'd been drinking, so he asked if I had. I said no.
Yeah.
And all my other friends got, pinched from it.
Ooh.
But I felt bad about it, but me admitting guilt wouldn't have helped them in any way.
Yeah.
So
it would have helped your solidarity
Sorry.
with friends, but that's about it.
But I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do that for me.
No, hell no.
That's silly.
Yeah. They actually, my friends called me. I was in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
And I was scot-free, like I had gotten away. But they called me. They're like, "Hey,
how old
the
were
cops got," and then
Andrew.
I just hung up my phone. What?
How old were you?
Okay, so this must have been, I was a sophomore.
Okay.
In high school.
Sounds about
so
right.
I completely forget how old I was. Anyway,
whatever.
Must have been 16.
I'm just saying you weren't legal, so
no, not
that's
at all.
I'm saying.
But I wasn't drinking yet. But we were just doing shit.
No, I mean like 18.
Oh,
so you couldn't have gone to jail.
You
could have just like de-home or.
Yeah, but I hung up my phone after they said that. I was like, why the fuck are they calling me? And then I kept walking. They called me like 4 more times. So I picked up the phone. I was like, hi. And then they're like, yeah, we're in the back of a squad car, and the cops said they know where you are.
Oh no!
And I was like, I looked around me, and I was like, they don't know where I'm at. Yeah, because I don't know where I'm at.
You're up hanging in a tree.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm like, there's no fucking. They're just saying that shit to scare my friends. But they're like, they said you're gonna actually get in real trouble unless you turn yourself in. I was like, fine. So I walked out of the woods, and then for like 10 minutes I'm talking. I'm like, okay, I'm on like Baker Street.
You're like trying to find the cops.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we're like 4 blocks away. And I'm like, okay, fuck. So I walked 4 blocks. I'm like, I'm on the street, and they're like, actually, we're a little bit up it. And I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
So I walked.
So you
farther.
had to like turn yourself in.
Yeah, in a very deliberate way.
Your friends really screwed the pooch.
Yeah.
All they had to say it was just us.
Yeah.
Like, and you could have gone home.
Yeah, oh my god. It fucking annoyed me.
You still friends with this?
No.
Good, yeah.
I walked and I saw like the flashing lights like 2 blocks away, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna walk all the way over there. And I walk up to the cops, and they're like, who are you? I'm like, oh, I'm the kid you were looking for. And they're like, oh, we'll get in the back of the squad car.
And then what do? They just scare the shit out of you and take you home to
yeah,
your parents?
they called the person's house I was staying at. This wasn't in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
They called his parents, and their parents came and picked up them, and like they got in big trouble. And then the 3 of us went back to another friend's house. We just sat in the back of a squad car with like the door open for like 30 minutes, and we were all just laughing. Like someone was sitting on my lap, and I was sitting on someone else's lap. We were fucking
fuck that. In no situation
hilarious.
ever would I ever fucking deliberately walk to a cop for any reason.
Yeah.
Half of me,
especially if I knew I was going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Half of me must have believed that, like, they did know where I was, but I was like,
or
skeptical.
if they could have lied and said they were at your house, waiting for you, like you can't go home.
Yeah.
You better turn yourself in and make this better.
It just, I don't know. It was
fuck the police.
Yeah. Also, second note, I wrote convenient nurse. I hate that trope in movies where the woman just so happens to be a medical expert.
In training. She just graduated.
Yeah.
She hadn't even had her first shift yet.
I think they put that in there just as okay, we're not doing it all the way.
Well, there's also there's a lot of there's a convenient guy
Safe
that
house.
studied ecology.
Yeah.
I mean, if it weren't for that one guy, who I read in the trivia, Joe Cornish, the writer-director, he based that character, Bruin, the like nerdy
Brewis.
guy, Brewis, on himself. Because he was like a stoner in South London.
He's only there for that one scene of exposition. That's pretty much.
Well, they show him a few other times.
No,
he's just important.
But I'm saying he's just like a comic relief guy.
Yeah.
But then there's that one scene where he's like, "Oh, I've been learning fucking Animal Planet."
Pheromones.
Yo, and they have there's that one he's like watching the TV and it happens to be talking about pheromones.
Yeah.
That's another call.
I did like that. Where
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of things like that. They're like planted here and then they pay off later, and I appreciate that.
Going back to like the TV giving a little bit to the movie, in Shaun of the Dead, one of my favorite things in the whole movie is when he's flipping through the channels,
and it like says the whole sentence.
Each channel is like a continued sentence, but broken up. I loved that. Like
fucking Edgar Wright was a producer on this.
And Joe Cornish helped write some movies with Edgar Wright. And this
obviously,
is like the first thing he directed.
Nick Frost. And his long hair, apparently he was wearing the same long hair as in Paul. So it's probably the same time period.
Yeah. It was probably the same movie company, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think on the opening credits, I actually saw that there was like they got some kind of funding, some public grant or something that's in the credits, like the opening titles. Yeah. Like they must have been awarded some grant to make this movie. Yeah. In addition to
that's pretty cool.
I mean,
Joe
there's
Cornish
a lot of that
went on. He helped write like Ant-Man.
He did Ant-Man, yeah.
Yeah, and there's another one. Shit. I'll look it up.
Did he direct Ant-Man after Edgar Wright?
Had to leave.
I don't know.
That's just make that one.
Yeah. I would have loved to
I just
Edgar Wright Ant-Man.
I just saw Ant-Man and I read all about the production of it, and it made me really sad to think like Ant-Man was fine. Yeah. But if the movie that Edgar Wright had in mind was actually produced,
it'd have been amazing. Yeah. The main problem was that it didn't fit the canon. Basically, is what
or like the theme of Marvel
cinematic universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, so it wouldn't be canon. It would be its own thing, and I think there's place for that because they do that in comics all the time, one-offs and shit. Yeah. But I know they want.
How often do they? I mean, why do they really need Ant-Man to be a part of the Avengers? Basically, like
because
can it be its own movie? That would
because
be
he's in the West Coast Avengers and he's in the Avengers. I mean.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they're trying to build a thing.
Yeah, I do too.
But
it's just
at the same time,
I want what I want.
Well, I think if Edgar Wright should definitely come back and make some superhero movie.
Yeah. Do you guys know Michel Gondry?
Yeah.
I think he's a great director. but he's kind of fallen off. Past, like 10
What was
years.
the last thing he made?
He did that fucking movie with Seth Rogen. That was the
Green Hornet.
Green Hornet.
Oh.
And I never saw it. It was just supposed to be
shit.
awful.
It was supposed to be shit.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't. You know what?
They did a lot of. There was a lot of practical effects in there, though.
Yeah, I was about to say. I didn't think it was a terrible.
Thing.
I don't think it was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
The way it was made, but it just wasn't. It was weird with Seth Rogen being the Green Hornet. Let's just put it that way.
I can't really see him as like a.
Even though he's supposed to be like the party animal, playboy superhero,
I can believe him as like a stoner, reluctant hero, like in Pineapple Express.
Yeah, I love that. But in Green Hornet, he was like kicking people's asses at every once in a while. I was like, no, it's Seth Rogen.
Speaking of practical effects,
a lot.
Holy shit!
What?
All the creatures were legit, except for clear. Their obvious
teeth
ones.
Had to be enhanced.
But I'm sure there was like a glowing element in the actual suit.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I'm
that's the thing. They're using like polishing effects. Like they film it and then they send it to a studio that just like enhances
like the black they made it that crazy black as opposed to whatever.
Mm-hmm. So. I thought it was cool when like they put the hand on the thing and it sort of like looks like it's just like an empty space. I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. And I mean, I like the idea the alien race in this is so it's like Animalian. Like they haven't developed a higher consciousness. They just like this is how they reproduce.
Yeah.
The female flows through space in a pod, lands on whatever planet might be habitable, and the males are all just following.
And they're just like scent based, I guess. That's
because they have no eyes. The males at least.
So I don't know if they can hear or what.
Well, they heard. I think.
I don't know. It's kind of
they got around.
Yeah.
They knew where to go, for the most part. Yeah.
So okay, what is your favorite part of the block attack?
The block attack.
The death scene of the chubbier kid with glasses was pretty cool. Like in the smoke, like they. Another thing.
That was brutal.
Yeah,
actually.
but like I like that they used fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it reminds me of Super 8, which is another.
Yeah.
I only started that movie. I forgot to finish it.
It's great. Anyways, but I thought his scene was cool. I liked the young kids. Their names are like Prob and Mayhem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one really funny scene where he says, "No one's gonna call you Mayhem if you
acted like a pussy."
That was great, and I like that they actually killed one and saved the one kid's life because it's unlikely, but.
My favorite part was
this whole movie's unlikely.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. My favorite part was when the kid it's weird it's weird for it to be my favorite part, but it just kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh shit, they actually did it. Like the kid with the gun, and it was like, oh shit, it is a toy. And then they come through the window and like jump on top of him.
And just fucking eat his head. And
I was like,
rip
it was
off.
like it was biting his helmet. I was like, oh, the helmet's gonna protect him. But then it just popped. I was like, oh shit! They did it. Oh,
obviously like clear that he's dead.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? They actually killed him. And that's when the movie turned around for me. I was like, okay.
And that's kind of when they all like get fucking serious about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
because before then they were just like playing around.
I guess my favorite part was the very end, like when they're all chanting, like shit like that made me feel like
you get goosebumps and you're like,
and then it ends, and just the first time you see him smile in the whole.
I was about to say my last note was movie was also Moses could smile.
Yeah,
because that's the only time he smiled.
Yeah, doesn't Pest say something like they're saying your name?
Yeah, I know, and then I was like, oh fuck yeah, like it made me feel good. I love redemption stories. That's what this was really.
But they're still going to jail.
You're still going.
Yeah.
But maybe not because.
Well, no, the girl was gonna say.
There was.
Well, it's funny because they listened to the white lady.
Yeah.
Not that the one kid is white, but I mean he's a fucking pest. Yeah. But like it's just funny like. There's a social commentary for sure because there's the one time a bit it's not really but there's a bit
it's just social expectation
because he's talking about the one time he's like they sent these aliens to kill black boys because they sent in drugs, they're sending guns and they sent in drugs and now they're fucking sending aliens, but it's like a real
I like that
if that happened and it happened in that way I bet people would not fucking not think that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That is a good line. Who said that line?
Moses,
yeah. They're sending drugs.
John Boyega. Still haven't seen Star Wars. BT dubs.
Why not? I don't get why people are waiting.
Man.
Because I have other people to think about in my life, and I want her experience to be just as good.
I told Heather this.
I know,
you
and
can
she
just go and watch it. You don't have to watch
But
the
she's not. She's a completist, and I
Really?
respect that. So I'm gonna
Then
wait.
complete.
How
You
close
gotta
are
watch
you
the
to
movie.
finishing the all?
We haven't watched a
6?
single one since we still have to finish Return of the Jedi, and
That's
then
the
the
last one?
prequels.
Oh, and the prequels.
We're watching it in release order, not like a fucking.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get stoned and watch all 3 at once, and that's the only way it's gonna
Three
be
TVs.
okay. Because
Has anyone done that? Watched all the
I
Star
just
Wars
told her
on
just
3
to read
movies?
like a synopsis, because you might actually
Start them
know
all at the same
more
time.
about it than I know, because who fucking knows, man.
Who the fuck knows what goes on
Shit.
in those movies?
My friend is actually.
I do. It's not that hard to follow.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying who gives a shit. But my
I give a
friend
shit.
is the biggest nerd that I know,
Mhm.
and he's written a couple things. Like he wrote a novel and like whatever, just for himself.
Yeah.
But he's rewriting all of the prequels because he has a very extensive. Like he's read all the novels and
Yeah.
he's fucking into it. So
Mhm.
he's rewriting them and wants
That's
to make
pretty
it into a graphic novel,
That's pretty cool.
just as like an exercise
A lot of people have
to
done that,
write
actually.
something. Yeah.
There's actually one of my favorite people like versions of that is on YouTube. I probably already told you this, called like Belated Media, hair plug. It's about this dude.
I love that we've completely adopted that term too.
And he does this 3-series YouTube video called "What If the Prequels Were Good?"
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
Oh,
this.
Yeah,
that's
it's like
cool.
an animatic behind him, and he's telling the story about like how to use what was introduced in the prequels, but in the right ways. Not like
Yeah.
invent characters or
Right.
take out characters. Just like use what
already exists.
what already exists, and scramble it around to where it actually is like a compelling
Yeah.
story. And he did a really good job.
And there's also the Topher Grace edit of
Yeah.
all 3 of the prequels
Uh-huh.
as one like 3-hour.
I need to
movie.
watch that because I bet it
It
would
might be hard to find now because he got taken down and he got into some shit about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I
copyright
mean, that's
infringement.
illegal art, right there.
But
No,
that's-
I mean
yeah.
it's just an edit. Like people can do that.
But-
Did he make money off of it?
And there's still like using
Lucasfilm is very
Yeah.
touchy
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
shit.
Well, it's like Wizard People, Dear Reader. He
Yeah.
got in shit about that
He did?
because all he was doing was releasing the sounds. Like he
Yeah.
had
Right.
nothing to do with the film. They just happened to match up. You know.
Mhm.
Well, I guess we
That's
should
what I
say
mean.
Wizard People, Dear Reader
Brad
was
Neely.
created by Brad Neely
Hair plug.
and
China, Illinois fame.
Professor Brothers,
Mhm.
Baby Cakes.
Washington.
Probably
Yeah.
the thing that's made that has made me laugh so much.
So
I still have
what
yet
did-
to watch that too.
Please fucking
I need
Well,
to
it's
watch
on
it.
YouTube.
I
I'm
know.
pretty sure. So all he did is he did the first Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
He did the whole dialogue like track all by himself,
Uh-huh.
and
To like
It's great.
over
Mhm.
silent footage of the movie itself. And it matches perfectly and it's
It's like a
hilarious.
series of videos, right? It's not just one.
It's
Yeah,
about
well,
like
he
35
released it
videos,
as CDs where you could like
What?
there was even like things to like help you sync it up.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
ding, like
Yeah.
oh fuck yeah. It was awesome. I would love to
so
do
you
some
had your
shit like
TV
that.
on mute. And, yeah,
He's very fucking creative with that shit. I love it.
I love Brad Neely too. I
Yeah.
think.
I need to see more of his stuff. That's the only
Have you seen
believe
the
it or not-
Washington?
No, I haven't.
What is
Watch-
the Washington?
The song? It's a rap song like about
Oh,
George
yeah.
Washington.
Oh, yeah, I have seen
Washington,
that. Oh, yeah.
Washington.
Yeah.
7 stories tall, made of radiation.
I did see that. Never mind.
Dude, that's the first thing I saw from him.
Professor Brothers is some of those.
Some of those are great.
my
Yeah.
favorite things on the internet.
Is that that's the one where he's like the substitute teacher?
Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah.
The one about Bible history is really good.
There's a few of them.
I need to watch that.
They're all good.
Yeah.
China, Illinois is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great goddamn show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
It kind of sucks when you like see someone just that creative and that fucking hilarious.
well,
You want to be him.
it's one of
kind
those things that like maybe he's not that much more creative or more hilarious, but he's committed to making
whatever.
something.
Let me just put it this way: he's doing something that I can't. Whatever it is.
that you can, but have all these reasons why you can't, as
Yeah.
opposed to
you
just
spend
doing
time
it.
sitting in an empty room with 2 of your friends talking about.
Yeah,
shit
the
instead
same.
That's
dude,
time well spent.
Sure, I agree, but like if you spend as much time, well, not because we spend 2 hours a week sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, 3. We watch a movie.
We watch a movie. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
watching movies though. That's my
I'm just
favorite thing.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, sure, but like.
Mhm.
I'm sure Brad Neely loves doing other stuff too, or maybe he doesn't, and he's just obsessed.
I'm not super jealous of him. I'm just like admiring
I'm
him.
fucking
basically.
jealous of him. I'm jealous of anybody that has the commitment to finish a thing.
I saw a photo online of Stephen King reading a book during a Red Sox game, and he reads because there's so many commercial breaks, like so they stop play.
Yeah.
And in his memoir,
like he was watching TV.
Like he was sitting there at the game reading.
At the game.
Okay, but you said commercial breaks, so I thought
because they have to pause the game
stop
so they
plays.
can play commercials for the people at home.
Well, just like
I did
stops
notice
and play
that,
or whatever.
But
when I went to a baseball game, I was like, why are they not playing right now?
One of the things he preaches is that if you want to be a successful writer, you have to spend almost all your free time reading and writing.
Yeah. Which makes sense. They're like stand-up comedians give the same advice. They're like, if you want to be good at stand-up comedian, just get on stage and do it.
Yeah, go see comedy and write comedy and
write, do it.
That's the thing. You have to get obsessed about a thing.
Yeah.
And I used to be, but then like life happened, and I had to like care about other things.
The thing I'm obsessed with will never get me any fame. It's like
Dungeons and Dragons and movies. Hey, but we got this.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons is great because it's only for like my 5 friends that play with me every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm doing something specifically for them, so I think that has its own like weight behind it.
Yeah.
You know, because if I can like really, if that's my goal is to satisfy their like storytelling,
then that's storytelling.
You've been sharpening a tool that you don't even realize you're sharpening. You're good at storytelling. And you haven't. I'm sure you haven't expressed.
I got pretty good voices too.
Really? Oh yeah.
Speaking of,
what are you about to do?
No, I think I'm really bad at accents for the most part, but I think we should all do a British.
I was about to say before.
Oi, mate. Hello, governor. I don't know if I can speak in a sentence.
I have no.
Bruv.
Besides.
What's up,
bruv?
Bruv.
Hello, love.
Hello, love.
Bruv, love.
Bruv. Is that like what incest?
Yeah.
Incestual.
Yeah. Gay
incestuous British love.
It's a common thing.
Not very weird
in the royal household in England.
Gay incest.
Yes.
And that's another level.
That's why the teeth are all fucked up.
Well, but if it's gay, then they can't.
Wrong hole.
Reproduce.
No, I'm just kidding.
Can't.
Reproduce.
Reproduce. That's a new Pokemon. Reproduce.
You know what impresses me more than an American doing a British accent is someone who's
I
British
saw a video of like
people
going around.
Because I don't know how they hone in on like specifics.
I think a lot of what you
lie.
see is a lot
we
of.
sound so vanilla to ourselves.
I know.
Yeah,
well,
that's why it's hard.
I think a British accent is closer to like a Southern American, not South American, but United States Southern accent. And I think a lot of like when British and Irish, Scottish actors come over and do American roles, especially early in their career, they end up doing a Southern accent because I think it's a lot easier to come into. It's a lot more similar.
In our famous lost episode of Tootsie.
Oh, right. Have we talked about this?
We haven't really.
We recorded
quick recap. We recorded the last episode last year.
Yeah.
We did. There were scheduling conflicts for a few weeks. But the reason it's been such a long break.
Yeah.
Because we lost an entire
At 58
episode.
minutes, the computer crashed and whatever.
And we all cried.
Anyways, go watch Tootsie or don't. It's not that big of a deal.
Just don't. Actually, you know what's funny? Fucking Tootsie apparently is like the best screenplay ever written, like according to
what?
To a lot of people.
No, they use it in. Well, I know this from 30 Rock. Liz Levin's
I was about to say
character
I watched that episode and they said that just like 2 days ago.
Apparently, they use it as an example in screenwriting textbooks.
Huh. Yeah,
because it's like well crafted.
It's such a bad movie. I don't know why people like it.
I love it.
It's not a good movie. It's just not.
That's just a dumb thing to say.
No.
I think it's also we have
entertainment.
You and I, Michael, have an appreciation for '80s stuff.
Yeah,
a lot more.
You gotta appreciate the time period.
I think a lot of it is nostalgia from that period because a lot of the shit I grew up with was the '80s.
I do think '80s movies are hurt in some ways by the soundtracks.
Oh, for sure.
I can still appreciate the movie.
And the fucking montages.
The saxophone montages.
Well, they're so parodied now that things like Hot Rod and things like so many
Hot
things.
Rod was like Hairspray music. This was like it's not even a genre of music.
No, it wasn't Hairspray. It was fucking Footloose or whatever. But that's the '80s. And that's a fucking
very
stereotypical montage. Hairspray
Have you guys ever seen
is a
Arthur?
musical, though.
No, you know
Fuck
what I
yeah.
mean.
You ever seen the original?
You talking
Arthur
about the
Dudley
one with
Moore?
Russell Brand? That's a classic.
No, the one with Dudley Moore. It's
King Arthur?
No,
it's
he's like a drunk millionaire
I haven't
asshole.
That's a great story. And who's the woman, the actress?
I don't remember.
It's great though. That's a really good, but it's got some real cheesy music in that.
I mean, look at
Like
fucking
the theme.
Ghostbusters, dude.
Yeah.
We all love that movie, and there's some shitty music in that.
You know what though? That movie is actually like content heavy enough with humor for the music to like just be irrelevant.
Or like fucking Beverly Hills Cop.
When you cut out all the dialogue and anything happening on screen, you're just watching someone do tasks.
Yeah.
And then there's music behind it. The music stands out way more, and that's why those saxophone montages hurt so much, is because they're highlighting nothing except that music, basically.
You're just speeding a long time.
Yeah. It's like the dial tone when it's like you're on hold. That's basically it.
Well, now they put those songs in waiting, like when you're on hold somewhere in an office.
It's pretty groovy.
Coincidence?
No.
Time warp.
Because that's what when you're watching a movie like that, you're on hold in the movie. That's
a good.
Basically.
Wow, that's some heavy shit right there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You're just waiting for like just the stuff you need to see but is not important.
So montages are like shortcut and exposition.
Exactly.
One of the things that really bothers me these days, like shortcuts people take when they write stuff, is voiceover narration.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it makes me so angry. I usually think like it's unnecessary. Just show me this shit.
Yeah, there's
Or
so many
leave it
more.
out
Unless you're doing it,
unless
you're doing it the whole movie, and then like that's like a Christmas Story, or like you know The Wonder Years.
Well,
or,
Dances with Wolves is one I really like, but I think would be better without it if they. But I mean, it's supposed to be from his diary, so when he's like reading his diary.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that?
I have. Yeah, we talked about that. I haven't seen that.
I saw Dances with Wolves.
I've seen a couple scenes
in like history class in high school.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a good movie because everyone talks about it. It's a great movie. But
fucking Kevin Costner, man.
There's another one where
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Is that how he talks?
Is that how he talks?
No,
Costner.
You want here? I'm gonna do a Kevin Costner impression.
All right.
I'm Kevin Costner. It's pretty good, huh?
What's with all the water around here? This is like a water world.
Baseball.
I have to deliver the mail.
I'm gonna make a field of baseballs. Dream it.
Dream it.
Yeah, you seen that?
Oh god,
Yeah.
no, I haven't.
Field Dreams.
Down in the corner, yep.
Oh shit.
Is there a name for our impressions? They be hair somethings?
No, they're called
Hair dyes.
Hair plucks.
Wigs. Wigs.
They're
wigs.
We're wigging out. We're fucking wigging out.
These are
Wigs.
awful usually.
Okay.
Christ, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, another good example of narration in movies was have either of you seen 500 Days of Summer?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I like the narration in that
That's
because
been
Well, that's a
Wild.
that's a different thing. It's like an omniscient perspective, and that's not the same thing because that's
You're right. It's not, but it is still narration.
Sure.
Because it's not a character, and it's
right.
He knows things.
Who narrates that movie? Is it one of the
guy
characters?
with a deep voice? No, it's a separate thing. It's just the
James Earl Jones.
floating voice.
I'm just kidding. It's not him, but it sounds kind of similar to him. But
Just
yeah,
a deep
it has
voice
a
guy.
lot of humor to it, which
Yeah, it tells it in
wouldn't
like
exist
like a boy
Zoe Deschanel
boy meets
said,
girl
"That
type
chick's
story,
crazy."
like a
Yeah.
Dick and Jane book.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do we?
When the
What's
guy
he gonna
from
do
Third
now?
Rock meets the new girl,
Yeah.
shit gets good and
Also,
then
they
gets
have a
bad.
montage of him after he just had sex, where he walks out.
Have you not
and he
seen
looks-
500 Days of Summer?
It's been a long time.
He looks
with
in a
Hall &
car
Oates.
window and like is checking his hair, and it's Harrison Ford in the window,
Mm-hmm.
and he gives him a wink. At some other point, there's like a cartoon bird on his shoulder.
Well, it's one of those things
I
of
thought
like
it was fucking.
I
hilarious.
love things like that, like when they cuts out of reality and it's just someone's inner.
Yeah.
They
It's
do
like
that
you
a
know
lot.
this is
in-
what they're
yeah.
imagining.
They do that a lot in 6 Feet Under, and I feel like 6 Feet Under did it first. Maybe not first, but like, and then the way
they
they
set
did
a
it.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they also, that was like their form of storytelling.
Sure.
Because they implement that early and then they carry it all the way
but sometimes
through
you
to,
don't know what's
add
real,
another
and then
layer
that
to
way when bad shit actually happens, you're like, oh, it's probably a dream, and it's not a dream, or vice versa.
Yeah, it plays with
I
your
love that shit.
expectations.
That show's one of the best shows I've ever seen, and I've never wanted to rewatch it in my entire life.
I always
it's very heavy.
chose to not watch it because I didn't realize it was as comedic as it is.
Yeah.
And then you told me that it was one of your favorite shows, so I was like, I need a new show to watch, and fuck, yeah, I'm stupid. It's like 15 years old now.
Yeah,
oh, whoa.
But it
2001.
It's
season
God,
one.
still
I still
timely.
never-
Sure.
I still never
It's
think
just
of
like
2001
some of the ways they handle some of the things. It's like funny because like the way they handle like gay people and like smoking pot. Like it's so it's not quite like integrated.
Modern.
Well, like people were getting. There's a couple people that like get like gay bashed, and one kid gets jumped and killed.
Oh wow.
For being gay.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I mean, sure, that happens still.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's
Absolutely.
like, oh, you're gay? And like a big part of the plot is like the main character's gay and then he hides it for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, I feel like, I don't know, who knows? People still fucking hate gay people, whatever.
That was
but
one
like,
of my favorite subplots in Mad Men. Was
spoiler, I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, the
What's his name?
one of the designers, Sal.
Salvatore,
Yeah.
He is gay, and in the first season, it's just like slightly into that.
Well,
just
it's
like
funny
a one
because
scene.
I feel like gay culture back then was so alien to everyone.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just thought like, this is our flamboyant friend Sal. He's got a wife, and
Or they're in
no
denial.
one would
yeah.
even ever think he was gay.
That's what I mean.
when
Like
it starts out.
they pointed out the extent to what this person was hiding.
Yeah.
It like very subtly. And there's I think a scene in the second season where finally this like they're hiring these young kids, and a young kid comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the lunchroom and they're all talking, and they're like, "Why you talk so weird?" And he's like, "Because I'm gay." And he's like from Sweden or something like that, so he's not like in on American culture. And everyone just kind of like stops, they're like, "What?" And the Salvatore, the guy who's actually gay, just kind of like gets the biggest face because he admitted it.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he doesn't say anything, and I liked that the most because you don't like you just know.
Well, you know, like his fear was probably
Exactly that.
Yeah,
that exact moment, and he just like happened right in front of him.
then because someone's actually.
He didn't even think about it,
honest
just-
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, someone did it! Holy shit!"
Yeah.
But it's all just on the look of his face. It was really good.
All right.
Mad Men is great.
So
One of my favorite shows.
we're fucking completely tangented now.
Well,
Yeah.
what
Block Attack.
Block Attack. I
Block
think we pretty
Attack.
much talked
I
about.
don't like the name of the
Yeah,
movie.
I
Well,
thought
I-
it was. I thought it
think-
was gonna be like Adam Sandler's Lego Movie or something
Oh,
like
shut
that.
Well, he
Whatever,
wasn't.
Pixels, never mind.
I don't think Adam Sandler had anything to do with Lego Movie.
I'm just saying,
Well, the
I
thing
was
is
trying to
that
think of
it's
it.
called Attack the Block. So when when Moses kills the first one, they're like, "Yo, this is the block." Like,
Blah, 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 blah,
so
blah.
they maybe they hear that, so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna attack the block." So that's like a
Yeah.
command to attack the block.
Yeah.
I think is the idea of the title or whatever.
We're all gonna go
Apparently,
home
they
and
did a
build
lot of
Legos.
research on their lingo, like slang. For
Yeah?
What do
like
you mean?
Southern London, the way they talk.
I thought that was just their accent.
No,
those were
I'm
actors
sure-
who weren't English.
No, they were all English.
No,
but
the writers. Like,
Oh,
the, way
the writers.
coming up with
Dude, they don't
dialogue.
talk that way though. There's different subtle accents and different like ways of speaking in different places, just like in
No,
America.
clearly, I know,
you know?
I know all this. I'm just
Yeah.
saying the actors themselves. I thought you were talking about they did research, like how to get the accent right. I thought that's what you were
I mean,
probably
I'm sure
that
they had
too.
to learn some of the street slang.
Maybe
but
some
they
of
were-
them-
I think they were all British
sure,
for
I'm
sure.
Yeah, I didn't know John Boyega was British. I guess I don't. Does he have a British accent in the movie?
No.
I didn't think so.
he's the only British alien.
Whoa,
He
dude.
doesn't. No,
In the fucking-
because Ray does. If you haven't noticed.
Yeah, that's
She
true.
has a very
And
British
in
accent.
the prequels, they have some people have some
Yeah.
weird like almost British, but like
it's supposed
not
to be
quite-
like subverted, like how everyone's from like somewhere different.
yeah.
Like
Well, I mean, if you accept that they're speaking English, then you have to accept like
Right.
their accents might sound similar to ours.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well,
All right, so
that's about.
quiz.
It's about.
So
What?
cool.
Yeah.
So
quiz.
time for the quiz.
Quiz. Lower. Quiz. One more lower. All right. No one's gonna guess this.
Okay.
I have the quiz, even though I didn't win.
Yeah,
Michael
you
gave it
did
to
trade
me.
C.
Yeah.
It's fine. You don't get to pick very often.
I never do because
he's
I
never won a quiz.
I haven't won one yet.
It's
I
okay.
never will because you guys always pick movies I haven't seen.
That's
You pick movies that are completely out of my realm.
I know
most of the
exactly.
time.
So I keep up the.
Yeah, but that's not fun.
The tradition. Anyway, this movie was directed by Giuseppe Tornatore.
Is this? Do I have to read?
No.
Okay.
Tornatore.
It's pronounced tortoise.
Tortoise.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nominated for Golden Globes, Best Cinematography and Score in Italy. Because apparently they have Golden Globes in Italy.
The Pianist.
No. I don't know if either.
That was Polanski.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
No,
Ramon.
Anyway.
Ramon Polanski.
Do either of you guys know who Ennio Morricone is?
No.
Ennio Marconi?
Morricone. I mean.
Marconi. He's the mob
Italian.
boss in the Batman
Yes.
universe.
Yeah, he did the music for this as well in his spare time.
Okay.
Enya?
Wait, do you mean is it Ennio?
Ennio Morricone.
Enio.
You mean the guy that did like the music for Hateful Eight and all the Man with No Name movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cinema Paradiso too, which I want
Yeah.
to see. Anyway,
Have you guys seen Hateful Eight yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I'd put it off going to the movies. I
It's,
want to see it. I want to see it in a matinee because it's almost 3 hours.
It's not his best, but it's a perfectly enjoyable movie.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This movie is actually about art, and it's not a documentary. It's like a. Well, it's not
It's like
about
a
art,
theme.
but it heavily features art, and that's like the main proponent of all the conflict in the movie. Came out in 2013.
The Artist.
No.
Fuck.
But I mean, that's a very.
Have you seen that movie?
Involves
Yeah.
art. Oh shit. Oh,
No, I was thinking
the artist.
Well,
I haven't
it was a
seen
foreign
it.
movie. Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
movie's fucking good.
Oh, this isn't necessarily a foreign movie.
Okay.
It just has a foreign director.
Okay.
Or is
It did not go well in America. It had a 100 million budget, and mainly because of the actor, I think, or the actors, and it made like a $3,000 opening weekend.
Oh, good.
Shit.
No,
All
but
right,
it's a great movie.
So there's no explosions in this movie.
No.
Fuck.
No. I mean, it's about art. How many Americans care about art? This
There's
had
two artists in the room, so.
yeah, you're right. But that's why I'm picking it. It has very mixed reviews because on Rotten Tomatoes it got a 56%, which is
Dang.
rotten technically. IMDb though gave it a 7.8, which is fucking high.
Rotten Tomatoes
IMDb.
is like crowdsourced though, and most
Yeah.
people are idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
Netflix
use
gave it a full
Metacritic.
5 stars.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
4 out of 5?
No, 5 stars on Netflix, and then I rated it 5 stars because I
You
love
like
Dude,
it?
I think
one of my favorite movies that I've watched in the past year.
I think the Netflix star rating system is like custom to you though. I've heard that it's not.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes that
And
into
they're
account.
also trying to get people to watch the things they're pushing.
Right.
Yeah.
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 It's true, but it deserved, in my opinion,
Okay.
it deserved the
Do you
5
have, do you have
stars.
more?
Do you guys know who the actor Jim Sturgis is? Because he is featured.
Jim
in this movie.
Sturgis.
Jim Sturgis, yeah.
Oh, I recognize that name.
Yeah.
For
Okay,
sure.
he was in Across the Universe.
Oh, the main actor.
Yeah, main actor. Yeah, Jim Sturgis.
Oh, okay. Oh.
A lot of British actors. I actually think this is a British movie.
Yeah. But was released in America.
Yeah, it had an
Oh.
American release. Yeah,
Is that Kevin Spacey one?
it's on Netflix at the moment.
It's not Kevin Spacey where he's like.
No,
a-
it's not
like
Kevin
a
Spacey's not in the
casino
movie.
movie thing.
It's
21.
Jeffrey Rush is the main actor. In this
Oh.
movie. Yes.
God damn it.
So you guys would not know it then, because if you don't know,
I might know the title, but I don't think I've
Oh,
seen
okay.
it for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I like Jim Sturgis because after Across the Universe came out, I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
I like Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush is one of my favorite actors.
Fuck
All right.
King's Speech. It's not that. So you guys give up, or do you want more clues? I can.
Yeah,
tell.
if you can.
Yeah,
give me-
if you can give us more clues, I like to try and get it.
I'm trying to give you a clue that's like might give it away.
How many words are in the title?
Oh, okay. 3, if you include an article.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And an adjective. And then a noun. Let's play Hangman to get
The
this.
Good
actually.
Kid.
It does start with the,
Oh shit.
and then adjective, and then noun. You guys won't get it.
The Happy Boy.
Happy boy.
I don't think either of us are
I
gonna
wish
get
that
this
was.
shit.
Now, the Magnificent Seven?
No.
Oh, nice.
No. But that is pretty good.
That is. That is.
It doesn't involve art. That's for sure.
Criteria.
No, wait. No, that's with Michael Pitt. Never mind.
This is probably really boring for our audio listeners. So
Yeah.
say it.
Catch it up.
Yeah, it's The Best Offer.
Never gonna get
never
that.
heard it.
Yeah, I was
Never
about to say.
heard
I knew neither of you were gonna get it because
Cool.
no one knew this movie existed. It's on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
It had like a terrible release, but it's a fucking great movie.
All right.
All right. Sounds...
Really heartbreaking. I'm just gonna give that much away.
All right.
It's a heartbreaking.
What's the runtime?
It's around hour 40,
Okay.
maybe hour 50.
All right.
Close to 2 hours. Yeah.
I like it.
That's
If it was
awesome.
like a slow movie about art that was like 3 hours long.
This movie made me like fucking gasp and stand up when I was alone.
You clapped by yourself?
No, I wasn't clapping. I was like, I was depressed for the rest of the day.
It like
good.
fuck,
It hurt me specifically.
It's
as
like
an artist.
a little
yeah.
fucked up.
It fucking
Good.
Good. It has a just.
That's up Drew's alley.
No, I love.
I think you're gonna
fucked
like.
up.
I love
this
fucked
movie.
up.
I
Yeah,
really
it's probably
think
gonna.
you're like this
If it's
movie.
fucked up and it's about art, it's probably gonna hit me and I'll
Yeah.
cry and I won't make art anymore.
Yeah. Oh man, if anything's gonna make you not want to make art anymore, it's gonna be this movie.
Oh, college
or
did that
trust
to me.
people, or yeah.
College did that to me, and my parents did the other to me. So.
All
All right. Good run. Good
Rock
run.
positive note.
Hey, 2016, guys. So this is our year.
Follow us on Twitter.
Oh, don't. Who cares?
When
I
are these
do.
episodes going to come out?
we
I
start
don't know,
giving.
man.
We record on Wednesdays normally. Is that the
Yeah.
plan?
It's Friday right now.
I know, but
We'll record on a Wednesday again.
so should
So
we
a
say
few
they-
days.
What if we say they'll come out like every?
I want to
discuss
do. I
it
want to
later.
do these twice a week, and I know
Oh, that's
we can't.
not gonna happen. Our schedules do not.
I'm just saying that's what
interlock
I
that
want.
much.
That's what I want.
Well, me too, but
Yeah.
whatever.
It's all because
doesn't
we
take that
work.
much effort
We all
for us.
work at Gerald's Sandwiches together,
Yeah.
but at different times.
Yeah.
So
At different
like,
positions.
we all work I work 5 days a week, and
I work 5 days. A
I
week.
don't think any of your times of hours of work overlap mine.
No.
You know.
I'm closing on a Wednesday though.
Cool. I'll be there.
Yep. I know you will. All right.
Come see us at Gerald's Sandwiches.
Yeah. We'll
So
get the special with
not.
all the cheese. It's cheese-tastic. You won't poop. It's
the
the
last thing.
Hair Club for sandwiches. Hair Club
Pepper
for
special.
movies. We've
this a whole
got
pepper?
the specials.
with pepper on it and salt.
'Cause we like the movies. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, folks.